Hello, it's Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate, and this is number 17 Greenhill Grove in Cardup. We have got 6,130 square metres of land. We have got a beautifully presented home, and we've got a whole lot that we're going to go and see together on this little trip around the place. Now, this is going to give you as much information as I can give you, I believe, in a video, but nothing's going to beat coming and seeing it in person. Hopefully, this is reason enough to make that happen, whether it means you have to, come from wherever you live nearby, or jump on a plane and come and see it for yourself. Whatever the case, this one is very impressive indeed, and I think you are going to like what you see as we take this trip around the place. Firstly, the driveway. We have two entrances or two exits, depending on the way you want to look at things. So that's super practical. And that all leads to the garage on that side. We will see that and more as we go. For now, this is a good looking house. I got to tell you, I love everything from the color to the style. It just works so well. You've got this big veranda right across the front, which is very cool. And it just looks like a country home. You know how there's some country homes, you look at it and you go, it kind of looks like you tried to put the suburbs into the country. It doesn't really work. But this really does. So let's go and see what it is all about. Alrighty, so first of all, I'm going to give you a bit of a crash course as to how this is all set up. As we come through here, we've got the study on the left, we've got living on the right, we've got the main bedroom there, we'll go and see that in a moment. And through here, all of this great living space that overlooks that awesome outdoor living area with a huge pool, so much room in that backyard. It is just absolutely brilliant. So that's what's happening with the living space. We've got the theatre over here and all of the secondary bedrooms down that way. That can be shut off from the rest of the home. Now we're going to go back and start at the study. So we will have, you've got a big wide entrance. I've got to point this out too. You come in through the big double doors and this is what you're greeted with. It is very nice. You've got high ceilings through here and this study. If you get stuck working from home, you're not stuck. It is an absolute liberty to be able to work from home and to sit in this great space. Very cool kind of setup there. You've got the plantation shutters on those windows and you can, well, you probably just have to, shut those so that you don't sit there staring out the front at your garden, which is probably quite distracting. So that's your study, and we'll go through to the living space now, where we've got all kinds of room to work with. This is super practical living. So it's pretty well configured, really. I mean, you can do it however you like. You've got this living space here where you've got plenty of space for larger couches, and looking up to this side where the TV is positioned now. So much space for a large dining table. That's an 8-seater. You could do 8+ with the way that this has been designed. There's loads of room to work with. And those sheer curtains add a real nice kind of dimension to this, really. It's just a nice, soft, natural light that comes through here. And it feels very pleasant to be in this home. There's sliding doors that open from this side of the living space out onto the alfresco and also directly from the kitchen, which I love. I love this part of the design. I think it just flows really well for family living and for entertaining. If you've got kids that are mucking around out the back, they're kind of in and out, that's just a reality of, how life goes. And you're still feeling like you're part of it. Even though you're inside the house doing stuff here in the kitchen, you kind of still feel like you're part of what's going on out the back, which is really good. The kitchen is a very practical design as well, loads of bench space plus the breakfast bar design. And these are stone tops with the waterfall edge here, as well as on the island bench. Heaps of cupboard space overhead. And drawer space under bench. It doesn't get too much easier than that, folks. That is really very workable living. You've also got the pantry, which is a good size. And there are cupboards within that island bench as well. All right, we're going to go outside in a minute, but for now, let's go and see the rest of this living space. So as we go back through this way, we have the theatre room. That is a thumping big couch that's there right now. So it fits thumping big furniture. We know that for sure, as evidenced by the thumping big furniture that's already here. And there is room to spare with that as well, because you've got plenty of space between your watching area and your screen. So you've got the blockout curtains in here as well as the plantation shutters. So for the times where it's not being a theatre room, it's just a nice sitting area. You've got nice natural light in here, unless you don't want nice natural light in here and you want to block all that out, in which case then just draw the curtains and turn on the telly or the projector or whatever it is that you decide to put in there. Now we'll go, you know what? If you're watching this video, there's a very high chance that you're the person who's going to be buying it. Not the kids. So we'll look at the secondary bedrooms next. We'll look at the main bedroom first, and it is the main event, a very large bedroom. That is a king-size bed, and I wouldn't say it's dwarfed in this room, but goodness me, you could fit a lot of stuff in here. And that is a really impressive part of this design. It's just good space for living. You've got the king-size bed there. You could set it up however you like as well. Ample space on that wall as well. Again, looking all classy with the plantation shutters. And the ensuite bathroom. So the ensuite has the double vanity. Again with the stone tops in here. Separate bathtub. Separate toilet. And a large shower as well, with the rainfall shower head. It's all done really nicely here, and that is your ensuite bathroom. And you also have a large walk-in wardrobe. So plenty of space in here, drawers and rails and everything down this side, and more hanging space, more drawers down that end. Very well set up for sure. So an excellent master bedroom, and let's go and see what the kids, because it's not too bad for the kids. I mean, I know we kicked off there, but I tell you what, life is not bad down this end of the house either. And it is down this end. It is a very long house. If you see that floor plan on the website there, go to markrogan.com.au if you haven't seen that already, and you can have a look at the detail. It's a big, wide place. I love it. I love that design. They've certainly made it functional in that sense, and it's designed for, you know, families that are growing up, really. It's a whole other end of the house here where you can shut that door, and this end of the house becomes its own kind of excluded zone. Open the door, and it's an included zone. That's kind of how doors work. And we have this activity room here, which is a very, very good space. Lots of options as to what you can use that for. Young kids, activity room. Growing up kids, study, homework area. Adult kids, it's another living area. You've got all those kinds of options. So this is bedroom number 2. Currently that's a double bed. It would comfortably fit a queen size. Plus you have the built-in wardrobes. Again, another good size room here. With the built-ins. Got reverse cycle ducted air conditioning through the house. I should have mentioned that earlier actually. You've got ducted reverse cycle the whole way through, and that is to each of these rooms. Bedroom number 4. Again, plenty of space in here. You've got the slide down screen on this window as well, so you can kind of get that blockout effect without having to have a roller shutter on the outside. And it's all really well set up. I think there's, what is that, 8 power points on that side. Another 2 up there if you wanted to have something hanging from the ceiling. Or from the wall rather, for a TV up there. You've got those kinds of options. It has been very well designed. Now the main bathroom is here. We've got the shower, stone top on the vanity, and the bath. Not stone top on the bath, and the bath. And it has a bath as well, is what I was trying to say there. And the separate toilet and the laundry. So practical sort of setup with the laundry coming in straight off the backyard. If the kids are grubby or whatever after playing around outside, or anything else that kind of goes on, people working out the back, whatever, come straight on in and into the bathroom. There's a storage cupboard there, decent size. Again, check the floor plan for dimensions, but there we go. Showing you quickly because, we don't need to go into the detail of what's in the cupboard. You're just seeing that there's a cupboard. Same story here. That is the shopper's access from the garage. That is unlocked. They've got a bunch of stuff out here at the minute as they're getting ready to move, but double garage. You know the drill. All right. So that gives you a pretty good idea as to what's going on inside. Let's go and have a look out the back at what is on offer out there. Let's take advantage of that, walk through the kitchen kind of feel of it all and out to the al fresco. All right, so this very large area here is concreted. Got the festoon lights for those evenings where everyone's kind of gathering around. People in the pool. It's a good time kind of place. Now, out here we have real space to do stuff. Footy goals, perfect for the kids to be kicking a ball from quite far back too. You can really kind of bomb it from back in the corner, and there is loads of room to work with all of this as well. So down the side, you've got a driveway that kind of ends just here. You could continue that on, of course, and have something up here for a shed or whatever else it is you want to do with that space in the back corner. You've got 6,130 square meters to work with. You've got all sorts of options when you've got all sorts of space. And they have had horses here as well, and this is why this is set up this way. So the back paddock in the back left corner of the property, a really good size. There is a bore on the property as well, so all the irrigation is taken care of from the bore, and all of this is very workable for sure. So good living for the horses out here. Now the property is on septics as well, so the septic tanks are located just over here, and the leach drains are in that higher section over there. But that's been really well integrated within the landscaping, so you've got this very nice green portion of the block where the leach drains are just doing their thing, and that is keeping things looking very good all year round. Well, whenever there's water going down the sink, that's where it's heading, and that's keeping things green, rain, hail or shine. So the rainwater tank, we'll give you a little bit more information on that you can get on the ad at markrogan.com.au, but plenty of water storage with that. And this is the basketball court. So this has been really well set up. Like, I don't think I've sold too many houses with a basketball court, really. This is a very cool kind of arrangement. Big concrete pad here that the kids can really kind of make full use of. Or the adults, I mean anyone who wants to play basketball. It's one of those games actually, I find it's the guys in their mid-40s who are still, they're still kind of half expecting that there's going to be a talent scout go past while they're playing in the park. Their opportunity will happen. So, a lot of mid-40s knee injuries that happen from that, I believe. I can say that. That's the point in life I'm at. There's no talent scouts calling me up for anything sporting-wise, but you should be calling me up to have a chat about this amazing property. 17 Greenhill Grove in Cardup is very well set up for sure, and I reckon that it's got a lot of talent packed into it as well. There is going to be a lot that you like when you come and see it for yourself, but hopefully this little walk around has shown you everything you need to see. If there's more information you need before you get in the car and come and visit us here, of course, you can get in touch anytime. markrogan.com.au is where you can see all of the details, the floor plan, and read as much information, well, probably less information realistically than you've garnered just from walking around right now. But anyway, you can get in touch that way, and we look forward to showing you through the property. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you here.